Alright, look, before you watch this video, please understand that anything said in this video is my own opinion based on my own experiences with Agent S, with the Agent S team, with the Telegram group, admins, and people that have DM'd me. It's my opinion. Please do your own research, make up your own mind. I'm just sharing what my conclusion is or what I'm suspecting regarding what I've sent and my experiences so far. So please take this video as entertainment purposes only, although the price action was not entertaining at all. I just want to give you my opinion and you can do with that what you will. So I'm not saying they're scammers. I'm not saying they're not scammers. I'm just saying my opinion is likely they are based on my transactions. That's what we're going to be talking about, so pay attention. And yeah, let's just get started. Hey, real quick, Paul from the future here. I'm interrupting this video because I actually had an update from the team. So before you watch this video, I want to share their side of the story so you can check what they're saying, what we're saying, what the group is saying, so you can make up your own opinion after all, because I want this to be unbiased as possible. So here's what they actually shared. And this will all make sense as you're watching the video, but their reply was that everything dumped hard, AI dumped hard, SUI dumped hard, and to check other AI projects. And that they are not a scam and it's not a rug pull. I then proceeded to tell them that, okay, I was trying to get your side of the story because there was a lot of drama in the group and that I would like to address some concerns. And you're gonna see all these concerns over here in the video, and they are actually quite concerning. I then told them I'm going to be releasing the video in about 30 minutes and that I would like their side of the story to put in the video so I can be as fair as possible. And they replied that the pending withdrawal of Omega are lower than 2.5K. You're going to understand all this as you're watching the video, that their team funds are 170,000 and not to worry about Omega, that they will pay everybody but are small amounts. They also said that a lot of KOLs are selling, which is why their token is dumping. And that time will prove that they are loyal, that they will keep working, and it's just that everybody is selling. I then said yes, but they also have to understand it's the way they are handling things in the group, because they were deleting messages, they were deleting my messages, and even banned me at some point, in which they replied that yes, this is possible, that they are coders, and this is no sense FUD, and that they don't care about all that. In which I replied, okay, I'll put those answers in the video, but they have to understand from the moment they release a project, they're not just coders, they are founders. I also posted what was going on in the group by Omega here, and they responded that it's fake, and they posted everything in the group, and the claim of the TX ID is invalid, and once the real owner showed up, that they addressed all this in the group. Of course, this is kind of controversial here, but they're claiming this is all fake. We had a few more talks over here. They said they were really sorry they banned me, but they assure me that everything is legit. I then said, well, at least they're replying to this, and if they want to add anything else, they said no, they don't want to add anything else, that they are legit. I said I appreciate them, and if I have their permission to actually post this was actually kind of a test, and they said, of course, remember, check the graphs of Zerebro and other AI, also SUI tokens, because all look exactly the same. My issue, of course, is not so much with price as much as with the drama in the group, which you will see now. But now you're going to get both sides of the story. I've been trying to be as unbiased as possible in the video. You will see that, so you can jump to your own conclusion. Now, I have unlisted my previous video on S. I explained the reasons why. You can still view the video with a link in the description down below. I also made a post about it, but I didn't want anybody else to get wrecked until I figured out what's going on here. In which case, if everything's okay, I will re-release that video if that makes sense. And with that said, let's continue with the video. Alright, so we're going to be talking about Agent S and how it potentially just rugged everyone, stupidly rugged everyone, by the way, because that project had a lot of potential. But I want to get straight into the video. I don't want to really edit this video or anything like that. I want to tell you what's going on, why it's more than likely a rug. As a matter of fact, I'd say 99.999999% it's a rug, and I'm not trying to be funny here, but their admins on Telegram are complete morons, and I will tell you why, I will show you why, because it gets interesting. It gets interesting. But, you know, if you want the information straight away, yes, more than likely a rug. I actually lost $5,000 or almost $5,000 of my own funds that I put into S. There was $150 left, and that $150, yes, I did convert it to SUI for maybe a potential 5-10x, so I can at least get back some of that damage. Now, you might say, Paul, there's only $150 left. Why don't you just leave it in there? Maybe it's not a rug. Yes, maybe. Doesn't matter. What I am going to show you is exactly what happened, though, because I actually made videos about Agent S. I made videos about SUI network and SUI AI agents, and I want to address this, and there's a lot of lessons to be learned here as well. There's a lot of lessons to be learned that you can take away. Plus, I want to give you both sides of the story, even though you're going to find it comical, and then you can make your mind up for yourself. But not too long ago, I was making SUI videos for quite a while, but not too long ago, there was some AI agent videos I was making, and I was informed that AI agents were being released on SUI, right? Now, I actually started making videos on these SUI AI agents because of trend stacking, because if you have a trending factor such as AI agents, plus SUI was also trending, plus the belief I have in the SUI ecosystem here, that was the perfect trend stack. That was the perfect trend stack. So I made some videos about AI agents in general, and I made a video about Agent S. Why did I make a video about Agent S? Well, very simple. It was the first AI agent ever released on the SUI network. I mean, they had first mover advantage. It looked like they were doing awesome things. They had so much potential. It just made sense to keep it in your portfolio, your SUI portfolio, if you will, your SUI AI or ecosystem portfolio. That was one of the plays, along with other plays we got into. So now I did make a video about this. I recently, I just actually, not 30 minutes ago, unlisted that video so more people don't get wrecked. But before you say, Paul, why are you deleting videos? Oh, you're hiding videos. No, I'm not. Look. So I just made a post over here on my YouTube channel, unlisting Agent S video as it appears to be a rug pull and do not want anyone getting wrecked, or any more people getting wrecked, I should have added there. We'll make a video today why, and we'll link so that you can view the unlisted video, as I don't like deleting videos because I was in a bit of a hard rock, or whatever the saying is right now. I can't remember the saying. A rock and a hard rock. I can't even remember the saying right now. But I didn't want any people looking at that Agent S video and buying the dip because I don't believe it's going to do well, or chances it's going to do well are extremely slim. And you're going to see what's going on. I got a lot of inside information, so to speak, on this and what's going on. But I am listing this video so people can see that video because I don't like unlisting videos. I don't like people saying, oh, well, look, he's hiding videos. No, I'm not. I'm keeping it on there. And in the video itself, I was talking about Agent S and its potential. All warnings were there. I explained it was not a sponsored video. I explained that, there are very high risks in multiple places in that video. So, but, again, this is the thing as a YouTuber, there's a lot of responsibility here. And, a lot of people, they might not listen to the whole video or understand. I try to do my best to educate people. But I do believe that, it's not just about, hey, I made the disclaimer, I'm good, it's in text, it's in this. No, it's more than that. I actually care. I actually do care. And I did lose money as well, but there's a lot of other people that probably lost money as well. It's a shame, but it is unfortunate. This is crypto, and you never know. You really never know. So let me show you what's been going on behind the scenes so you understand here. So first of all, understand that I went into the Telegram group, but I was banned from the group for asking questions, stupidly so, by the way, because I was trying to help them in a way to actually give me their side of the story. But they decided to delete posts and ban me from the actual group, which just shows that, yeah, they're pretty much guilty, in my opinion. Why would they do that? And I'll show you my post, and you'll understand. It actually gets quite funny. But it all starts from this, and I was actually sent this. I actually put this in the group. This was deleted, and then they were actually sent it to me. So I don't know what the admins are thinking. Very, very amateur admins that are left in the group, by the way. They certainly don't know how to handle damage control. But look, Exhibit 1, this is a post that was sent to me. When they released the Omega trading bot, investors are given the ability to deposit funds, but if the bot was not fully automated. This raises skepticism as it suggests there may be plans to take the money and disappear once the project reaches its inevitable deadline, a dead chart. Now, understand that I was actually lucky enough not to actually use the trading bot. I don't use trading bots, but I did invest my own money into the project. Again, almost $5,000 worth. The long wait for the withdrawal is a big red flag. This is a lesson you can actually learn, by the way. I have things to learn here as well, more than likely. You can't withdraw because there is an open trade, then close it for the sake of the people that deposited their funds on that scam trading bot. The bot was not fully automated. Then, why were withdrawals cannot processed with haste? Anyway, this is a bit of a weird post. I'm trying to read it out so you can read it on your own. He goes on to complain about this. And he actually talks about them never disclosing the CDIO and so on. Anyway, Exhibit 2, the team is practically MIA. They've hired moderators to keep the community alive, but these mods receive no real updates about the project's progress or future plans. Instead, their main job is to hype the project and ban anyone that expresses doubts. The team refuses to address investors' concerns, blah, blah, blah. And this is true. When I got in there, I actually asked, well, what can I do to help? What's going on? Tell me your side of the story here, because I'm going to be making a video. Tell me what your side of the story is here. And yeah, they kept on deleting my posts, and then I finally got banned after. You see, the funny thing is you could not post text. They actually blocked text for everyone. So I was using voice messages, and then those were getting deleted. And then I actually put up a post. Look at this post I put up real quick. So after I put up a number of voice messages, and some admins actually tried to help and pinned those voice messages, they kept on deleting my other ones, my other posts, my other voice messages anyway, because again, you can't text. So I put up this screenshot, I put up this image so it can actually show up saying, hey, dimwit admins, I'm trying to help you. I am going live tomorrow on a 52,000 sub YouTube channel and making a video releasing today with both sides of the story. So far, I have been sent posts from one side. Do you want to give me your side of the story? Because so far, all I have is you deleting my messages and saying, all is good, don't panic. Is that what you want in the video? Or do you want to actually give an update? Please feel free to delete this message, but this video is coming out regardless. Thanks. So I did that and I got banned from the group. So that just tells you that the people actually working as admins of this group, they're morons, because now they got me against them. I'm going to try and be unbiased, but I got to say right here, this does not look good. This does not look good at all. And you know what? Maybe me making this video really doesn't make a difference, because let's face it, these scammers, they scammed. They've gone. More than likely, they're scammers. They're gone. They made this money. But they're also morons because they had a good thing going. They had a good thing going. If they actually made that a reality, even if they faked it till they made it and made it a reality after, they could have been legit, could have made a lot more money over time, but also a reputation in the space to do more projects. But of course, these people don't care if it is indeed a scam. Scammers don't care about that. They just care about money. They're poor. And when I say poor, I don't mean poor in money. I mean poor up here. You know, no values. Anyway, let's go on. Let me show you what else is going on so you understand. So back to the screenshot we were talking about earlier on, Exhibit 3, there are multiple wallets holding massive amounts of tokens. Instead of dumping everything at once, they sell small amounts and transfer funds across different wallets to make them appear new. Even worse, they use a volume generator, the small buy and sell orders you see on the chart, to mask these constant sell-offs. Take note, they will open the volume generator when they will slow farm again. That's why it can't even pump when the charts, even buys are still not there. So even if the dip, so to speak, if you try to buy that, that will probably be taken out as well. That's why I got out. $150 left of almost $5,000. That $150, I just transferred to, I just converted to something else, SUI. But let's keep on going here, because there's a lot of lessons to be learned how this is done. Exhibit number 4, I use a dummy account to track these suspicious wallets, many of which belong to so-called whales who bought in early. Check out, this is one of their sus wallets, trace it yourselves, and there's the link over here. Even the top traders sold constantly since launch and stopped like a week ago because what? The chart is already dead. When I asked about these transactions, I was immediately banned and accused of spreading FUD. Instead of providing a professional, transparent response, they simply shut down my discussion, making it seem even more guilty. That's kind of funny because I actually tried to help them, to tell them, give me your side of the story here, tell me what's going on so I can put it on the video, and they banned me. So this is how stupid those admins are. I'm going to show you those admins, by the way. I'm going to show you those names because they're I used to be an admin of a group. When I was the marketing director of Experty, I also did damage control for investors in our private group over there for seed investors and so on. And you gotta answer certain posts, and them not understanding what's negative, what's positive, it just shows how stupid they are. I'm sorry, guys. Like, admins, if you're watching this right now, you're stupid. Even if this project is totally legit and it goes 1000x tomorrow, your admins in the group are a fucking disgrace. They're teenagers, probably getting paid peanuts and just doing what they're getting paid to do without caring. Faceless, more than likely. But hey, again, it's your life, your legacy. What can I say here? Number 5, their marketing is purely superficial. They falsely claim to be backed by multiple influencers, but in reality, KOLs they reference have already sold their holdings, blah, 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 and we are down 90%, 96% now. I was not paid. I was not an influencer getting paid from this project, which is, I guess, what can I say? I really believe the SUI ecosystem. I was making videos about SUI, and that's how I got into this project. And I believed it. I actually believed it was a first mover advantage. I put my own funds into it. I did reach out to them after and asked and told them, here are the videos. This is what I did. If any donations are welcome, but you're not required to. And they said they'll send me an NFT, and that's about it. And when this happened, I kept on messaging what's going on, but they never answered me. Well, I messaged them once what's going on. They never answered me. Then I went to the group and so on. So this is actually bad. I was seeing the price go down. I was like, okay, no. They did it in a way that was actually quite smart. They did it when there was a dump of AI agents. Now, I made a video that AI agents were in a bubble and they're gonna pop, and they did pop. And I didn't take profits or took out any of my investment from Agent S, because I'm like, okay, whatever, I'm just gonna leave it there because I actually believed in the project. But it never came back. Like, it just kept on going down whilst others had some movements. And that's when I got suspicious. Now, that said, anyway, let's just keep on going and we'll get back into it. But my video was organic here, so it wasn't all influencers, but they never actually called me an influencer as well, just so you know. I was never on their website or anything like that. Just my 2 cents and the truth. I made an effort writing this for the sake of the community. Make sure you do your own research, do your own diligence. I feel very sad for those I've lost. And thank you, man. This is actually a good player. At least he actually shared this and did his best to actually help the community. So who banned me? Let's have a look here, shall we? It was either Jermaine Webb over here. He either banned me or was deleting my voice messages. I don't know which one of the two. There's no way of me knowing. Or it was Andy Indy over here. As you can see, he's in the Agent S crew. So he's actually part of the crew, at least allegedly. He either banned me from the group or deleted my voice messages. And here you can see some messages. Yeah, I told you S will reach 1 million in a few days. I can't, it's a private matter now. Cause hard to cover, 100K, need to list SEX or centralized exchange, and now check the chart of S. You should have told me it was a slow rug. Reason my boss making a new project, put it on Sol. So they're doing some bull. This is sent to me by a cat. I don't want to mention his name, but he sent me this private message or discussion, so you can see exactly what's going on over here. So what are my views? What are my views here? Well, number one, as I was saying in all my videos, there's no way to know if something's going to be a scam or if something's going to be a rug. In the very same video, I said this could be a rug, this could be a scam, anything can go wrong, and there could be a dump tomorrow. Anything can go wrong when it comes to crypto. Even the most legit projects can be real. Now, this project, if you look at their website, there was a few red flags, no team. but there's so many projects that actually do well. I mean, look at AGI. That was a sponsored video that I did, and AGI, Delicium, actually did quite well. I mean, if you bought the node back then, you would have made a lot of profits. And a lot of projects, AI Tech was also a sponsored video I did back in the day, did very well. There's a lot of projects that actually sponsor you that do well. Now, Agent S is not sponsored, they never paid me, but I'm just saying that this, it's sponsored, it's fake, or it's not sponsored, so it's real, is all complete crap, because anybody can rug, anything can go wrong. If people might get into fights, people might die. I mean, I'll just give you the most basic example here. You have a founder of a project, the project is great, it's awesome, and the founder dies. Well, you're out of luck, it's gone. He's out of luck, and everything's gone. And I'm not trying to be weird about this, I'm just trying to give you the extreme cases so you can understand that we don't know. So my mistake was overly investing into this project. I got greedy. We'll talk about that in just 1 second. I got greedy, and I should have researched it a little bit better, or at the very least, I should have took my own advice in that video. Put a small amount, should be part of your portfolio, or at least that segmented part of the portfolio. But as I said, this is the year of the pig. And before you think I'm talking about astrology, I'm not. I know this is the year of the snake in Chinese astrology. I'm just saying it's the year of the pig because I put a video out not too long ago calling this the year of the pig, saying that bulls make money, bears make money, pigs get slaughtered. And this is the year of the pig. I was a pig. I invested more than I was willing to lose, and I actually got burnt. Worst of all, it was from my SUI, so I could have just held that 5K or whatever it was in SUI, and would have been great. So I didn't just lose 5K, I also lost opportunity cost. And it's a shame because this project could have done well, even if they were fake, even if they were scammers. You could have literally faked it till you made it legit, made a name for yourself in the space, made more projects after that, and actually became a multimillionaire the legit way. But you're choosing to scam. You're probably laughing about it because you're a sociopath. You think you're smart, and I understand that, but you're a fucking moron. If you scam people, you're a moron. You could have legitimately made more money, or maybe a little bit less money, who cares, but made a name for yourself and actually made money with your brain, not by scamming in your brain. Yes, it would have been a bit harder to do marketing, stuff like that, but I guess you're just not willing to put that in. And that is a poor person's mentality. What do I mean by poor person's mentality? It's not just about money. If you're poor here, you're not going to survive in this world. What's your legacy going to be? I scammed a bunch of people? Yes. These people are proud of that. They are. If they scammed, they're disgusting. And my opinion at this point is more than likely they scammed. Now, if you want to watch my video, if you're curious to see what I said about Agent S, I'll leave the link in the description down below. But generally speaking, please be careful out there. Everybody can make mistakes. Me, I've been in this space since 2017 as a C-level, written books. I never got rug pulled, at least not like this. And when I did, it was only a couple of $100 I was putting in, and whatever happens on meme coins. I actually put a substantial amount in my opinion, a substantial amount in this project. And this is probably the first or second time I actually got rugged. The first time was when I sold Ray at the top, but I took profits into Terra Luna. That was a mistake. Again, it was profits. It doesn't really matter. And it was more than just a rug. And any other rug I had was small amounts that I knew that they could probably rug, meme coins and such, warned about it. This one, my God, you guys, you had a great concept. You had the artwork. You had the community. You had the fucking tech. You were the first mover advantage on SUI. You could have capitalized on this, but you're a fucking, you're so, God, I feel sorry for you. I really do, man. What can I say? What can I fucking say?